Hey guys, what's up? It's Autobot Mike 18 here with a bit of a discussion video that I've planned to do for you guys. Of course, guys, I'm going to be discussing in this video The Walking Dead, this show right here, The Walking Dead, the Season 4 finale, which will be airing this Sunday, guys. I'm going to leave you my predictions for the finale in this video. So real quick, guys, before I do, I just want to address a few things, a few little issues I've had over the past few days. Number one, I apologize for my appearance in this video, for the way I sound, and for the way my hair's a mess right now. But you know what, honestly, I haven't really cared about that in the last few days because of my health issues, my health concerns. As many of you guys know, if you watch my Wolf of Wall Street Blu-ray review and unboxing, if you watch my last Walking Dead review, you guys will know I've been sick all this week with the flu. It started last Thursday, and I thought it was just a regular cold. I didn't think anything of it, and then it started to get worse. It wouldn't go away. So Monday I went to the doctor, and they told me I had the flu. So I've been home all week, and that's why there hasn't been any videos, guys, because I just haven't been up to making in them. I only had one video that came out this week, and you guys know that's not like me. I usually do about 3 videos a week for you guys, not including what I do on the weekends. So as you guys know, there's all that. I'm also going to be drinking water throughout the video, guys, or else my voice is going to go. It's already going, as you guys can tell. I'm still not 100%. You know, I went out today, though. I finally left my house today because I was feeling better. But I'm still not 100%. As you guys can tell, I don't sound right. And just one of my ears is clogged, and my throat's still a little messed up. But I'm starting to feel a little bit better. So I just wanted to give you guys that update. But anyway, as I said, The Walking Dead, the Season 4 finale is this Sunday, so I would really love to discuss several things that I would like to predict as to what is going to happen in the finale, and I also have several predictions for a few things that will carry on into Season 5. And it's not hard to predict these things without having seen the finale yet. I mean, based off the last episode, I mean, it's kind of easy to predict and say what's going to happen, or what I think is going to happen and what I think is not going to happen in regards to the show. Excuse me, guys, I'm just trying to power through this. Like I said, I'm still not 100%, and I really don't sound. My voice was okay for the most part all day, but now when I sit home to get in front of the camera, I sound like Edward Burns. I don't know why, like a very sick Edward Burns. Anyway, guys, before I get into my predictions, though, I want to do a real quick. I want to make a statement about last week's episode of The Walking Dead. Now, as you guys know, I watched that episode and I reviewed it, and you guys could tell that I wasn't a fan of that episode. I actually, excuse me, the first night I watched it, guys, was a horror for me. Okay, it was terrible. It was one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life. One of the worst feelings I ever had was Sunday night, of course, during The Walking Dead. While I was watching Sunday night's episode, guys, I didn't tell you this before, I had a fever of 102. Alright, I'm sitting down in my chair while trying to focus watching the episode, but my mind just wasn't with it, and I should have turned it off. I shouldn't have watched it, but I did, and that was my mistake, and that's why I honestly didn't enjoy it, guys. I was fidgeting, I wasn't paying attention, I was zoning out, I just wasn't with it. I felt terrible with that fever, and I couldn't kill it, and then about 2 hours later, the fever left. So, of course, that's how it happens. But, so as you guys knew, I completely hated on that episode. But I have seen the episode again since it aired. And I must say, while it's still my least favorite episode of the season, probably, it's not as bad as I made it out to be. I gave it a 0 out of 10, which I think is a little unreasonable. I'm going to go, just doing a quick recap on the episode, updating you with my thoughts on the episode. I'm going to I'll go 5 out of 10. I'll be generous. You know what? I'll go 6. Alright, I'll be very generous. My least favorite episode of the season, yes, it is this episode 15, Us. But it wasn't as bad as I made it out to be. I don't think it's as bad as some of the episodes in Season 2. Let's face it, we had some pretty bad episodes of The Walking Dead in Season 2. The first half of Season 2, that is. So yeah, it wasn't as bad as I made out to be, guys. It was just what didn't help me was the way I felt. That's why I felt so terrible. After I reviewed it, I said to myself when I watched it again, I'm like, you know what, this isn't as bad as I first thought. It was okay. Real quick, in general, I after having paid attention to the Daryl storyline with those guys, with Joe, I now realize that they are hunting Rick, and I didn't pick that up the first time I watched it. That's why I thought it was extremely boring or whatever. I still think the whole thing with the claim thing was kind of dumb, but you know what, it was alright. But I still am going to stick with my initial thoughts, though, that the writing got really stupid and that the acting wasn't that great, but there were a few interesting moments. The scene where they arrived to Terminus was nice. And when I first watched it, I didn't pay attention to what that woman said when they first arrived. And after rewatching it, I said, oh shit, I just picked up what she said, and I'm going to discuss that in this video. Because I'm going to leave predictions for next week. I mean, for the finale this Sunday. So yeah, overall, could have been better. My least favorite of the season, but it wasn't terrible. So I just wanted to give you an update on my thoughts on the episode. Now, for the Season 4 finale airing this Sunday, the episode is titled A, and I do have a couple predictions. First off, I think the episode is just going to mainly... I'm so sorry, guys. I think it's going to mainly focus on Rick, Michonne, and Carl. Now, I also think Carol and Tyrese are going to somewhere fit into Sunday night's episode. I think they should, because if the way their storyline ended, which I don't have a problem with the way that ended with Lizzie and Mika, that was fine. I mean, that was a great episode. That's one of my favorite episodes of the season. But not knowing whether or not they made it to Terminus, if they end the season and they don't let us know whether or not the two of them made it to Terminus, I'm going to be really upset because they're going to carry on to Season 5 and the two of them are still headed to Terminus. So, meanwhile, everyone else is headed to Terminus. Everyone's on the pit. Daryl's kind of headed there. Rick and Michonne and Carl are still following the train tracks. They're almost there. They will be there by the end of Sunday night's episode. But anyway, my first prediction I have... just bear with me, guys. I'm going to have a lot of pauses. It's just I don't know what it is, why I can't get my voice to sound better. Why it sounds so weak, and... I'm trying here. Sunday night's episode, the first prediction I have centers on Daryl and this group of these biker gang guys, these renegade guys, who are all wearing leather jackets, and they all got their own crossbows and everything, and, you know, the claimed guys. As we all know, they are hunting Rick down, because, as we all know, Rick was the one who, killed that one guy in that house that Rick was staying in, and that was the house that Joe and his group claimed, so to speak. So they've been on Rick's trail ever since Rick escaped without them knowing. So with that being said, I think that each group is gonna connect with each other. They're gonna meet each other at some point during the finale. Daryl is going to find Rick, Michonne, and Carl, and he's going to be with this group of Joe and the others, and at this point, this is when Daryl's loyalties will be tested to these guys. As we all know, Daryl's obviously going to go with Rick. I know that Daryl will always pick Rick over these guys who are all nuts with all these rules they have about having to claim things and everything, and I'm like, really, in this type of world, you're going to have these rules? But so be it. So Daryl's going to make the ultimate decision here, and of course I'm predicting he's going to obviously side back with Rick, and I think they're all going to fight to take out Joe and his group. So I wouldn't be surprised if most of Joe and his men are killed by Sunday night. I mean, they were a threat for Rick in that one episode when he was alone in the house, but now Daryl's kind of grown, he's latched on to them. There was that whole incident where that one guy tried to frame Daryl, and then they believed Daryl was telling the truth, and he was. So they beat the crap out of that guy, killed him from what I remember. So they trust Daryl now. But in the end, Daryl's just going to have to go and stab him in the back because that's Rick, and he will not turn against Rick. Another thing I'd like to predict, I would like to predict something about Beth. I want to know what's going on with Beth. I know she's been absent since episode 13 when she was taken away in the car. I'm pretty sure we're going to find out who took her, and I'm pretty sure it relates to Terminus. I wouldn't be surprised if Terminus, if she is at Terminus and the people who took her are part of Terminus. And I'm working on a whole other theory that I'm actually going to predict in a minute that involves why Beth was captured. So I'll get into that in a second. Actually, I'll get into that right now, actually. And I'd also like to get into my death predictions because I know someone's going to get it. Someone is going to be dead by Sunday night, and I think it's going to be a major character. Actually, it's going to be one of the core group members, in my opinion. I know that like I said, I predicted that Joe and his gang, I think most of them are going to get it. However, I also think a major character, possibly two major characters, are going to die Sunday night, which is going to make the episode very, very interesting in my opinion. So anyway, the whole thing with Beth and this whole theory I'm working on, and it involves what that woman said, who was also the voice on the radio when Glenn and Maggie and Tyrese and Abraham and not Tyrese, and Bob and Sasha, when all of them arrived at Terminus. She welcomed them, and she was the only one there, which is very creepy. And she's like, she was cooking meat, and she's like, "Let me make a plate for you guys. Welcome to Terminus. Set down your guns," or however she said it. All right, the whole scene felt very odd and very creepy, in my opinion. And that's why I know Terminus is not good for you. Now, I know they had a poll on Talking Dead about what is really going on with Terminus. Is it a safe haven? Is it not? And another question that they asked, and America voted for this, Terminus is filled with cannibals, or whatever they said. And that was the popular vote, and I agree with that. I have a feeling that some sort of cannibalism or something is going on here. I don't know, maybe they're taking in new humans, not zombies, and they're butchering them up and they're eating them, because why is no one at Terminus, and why is this lady so asphyxiated on cooking things and fixing them up a plate? Is she getting them used to the taste of flesh, of meat, human meat? I'm very curious to see where they're going to go with that, but I actually agree with the masses, what the masses voted, that this whole thing with Terminus must center around cannibalism or something. And then, with that tying into Beth, I think members from Terminus were stashing out at that funeral home that Daryl and Beth were at. They realized the two of them were in there. They sent all the zombies in. Beth ran out. They kidnapped Beth. Just think about it. Think about all that food that was in the cabinets and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that, someone from Terminus was residing there, but now they took Beth, and I'm pretty sure Beth is being held captive and they're going to eat her or something. So that's where I think Beth is, because I think that's the only other possible way. Where would Beth be? Beth is not with this group with Joe. She's not with them. They know nothing about her. She's not with Rick. I think those are the only storylines that are left that are going to be told Sunday night. So I think Beth's already there. I really do. So I just wanted to leave that prediction. And also for Tyrese and Carol, I think both of them are also going to be in the episode at some point. Like I said, I don't think you can not mention them or anything like that, and just continue on to the next season and not mention where they are. Or I don't know, maybe they'll end the episode with the two of them arriving at Terminus. Well, meanwhile, the rest of the group, realize that Terminus is a bad place, yet Carol and Tyrese just arrive. I don't know. I think they're going to go with a cliffhanger. I really do. I don't know what it is, though. Now, real quick, guys, getting into my predictions for the death predictions. My death predictions, my voice, I know why my voice is starting to go up when I talk too much. I hadn't talked that much all day long. My voice was fine. Now I'm talking to you guys, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet, guys. Out of every character left, I seriously think I have it down to 3 characters who I think are at risk of dying Sunday night. I think every other character is safe, but I really have it down to about 3 or 4 characters. I really do. So, apart from Joe's group, who I think most of them are all going to die, the 3 characters that I think are in danger of dying are 3 women. I predict Beth, Maggie, and Carol. Beth, honestly, they developed her a lot this season. You know, she's had those episodes with Daryl. She's had those moments with Daryl. So I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to kill her off now. That would not surprise me in the least. So that's a possibility in my opinion. And what if the group, if she is at Terminus and the group realizes it's too late to save her, they end up eating her? What if Beth is one of the victims? What if she becomes a meal to the inhabitants of Terminus? So that could be a possibility. What if Maggie just arrived there? What if Maggie's sitting down, chowing down on some meat, and she realizes it's her own sister's, flesh? That's some really messed up shit there, guys. But Beth is definitely a possibility. I don't know how she would die. Like I said, maybe most likely by being eaten, but I don't know. That's really messed up. But what are you gonna do? Maggie. I thought Maggie was honestly in the clear until what happened last night, that dumb thing with the picture where she's like, you know what, I'm going to burn it. Glenn, I'm going to burn it up. Because you don't need the picture, you'll always have me, or however she said it, I'm paraphrasing. That could be a really bad way to foreshadow the fact that she could possibly die on Sunday night. I don't know how, but I don't know, maybe they eat Beth and Maggie, I don't know. But Maggie, I think, is in danger because of that thing with the picture. And if she's not in danger in the season finale Sunday, she'll be in danger next season, in my opinion. Even though I think she's still alive in the comics, but the show does divert from the comics slightly, so beware of that. And finally, with Carol, you know what, even though Carol's been absent a lot of episodes this season, I think that she's had a lot of the most crucial episodes. Now, she's made a lot of tough decisions. She's killed 3 people, apart from all the zombies she's had to kill on her own or whatever. But having to do all that, I think that they will resolve her and Rick's storyline, because Rick still thinks Carol's out there and she's not with Tyrese, and he still doesn't know about Judith. I'll get into Judith in a second. So I think they'll resolve that real quickly, only for Carol. I think Carol and Tyrese will get to Terminus. Rick, Michonne, and Carl will get to Terminus, but Carol will end up dead. I don't think she's going to make... I think it's one of those 3 women are going to die. I could also see Sasha dying. They built her up a little bit. She's kind of a minor character to begin with. But as for that, I don't see anyone else dying. I don't see them killing off Rick. They're obviously not going to kill off Daryl. That's just dumb. I don't see them killing off Michonne or Carl or any of them. I think they're honestly all in the clear. Glenn, maybe Tara, because Tara, like I said, kind of just there. So they might kill her off. She, her mission was to help Glenn and get Glenn to Maggie, and they did that already. Glenn reunited with Maggie. Her job is done, so I see her dying. She's a minor character anyway. I think Abraham, Eugene, and Rosita are all safe because we need to see more of them. I still don't trust Eugene and this whole thing where he knows what's going on, but we'll see what happens in season 5. That's really it, and I think Rick will also find Judith by the end of the episode. I think that's when Tyrese and Carol will arrive at Terminus, and Rick will be reunited with Judith and the 2 of them, and he will be a lot better in spirit. My voice is really going, guys. Alright, guys, that's it. That's it for my predictions. Like I said, I want this to be an active video, so let me know down below your predictions for the Season 4 finale. Let me know what you think of my predictions. You think I am right or not? It's okay. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And stay tuned for the finale, which airs Sunday night at 9 on Channel 43 AMC. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.